Well, that was fast, wasn't it? The title is Changing Legislators, or How to Get Rid of Traitors. How to Get Rid of Traitors. And we want to first of all say we appreciate every one of you who have joined in live. We do want to share with you that we're not about bashing anyone, regardless of their behavior in office, regardless of what they believe. We don't bash anyone. We'd rather take the stance that Jude takes, and that is when Michael the archangel was disputing about the body of Moses. He was disputing with Satan, or Satan was disputing with him. He didn't call him names. He didn't call him outside of his name. He didn't say this, that, and the other. You're out of, called him outside of his name or anything. All he said was, the Lord rebuke you. The Lord rebuke you. Notice the conversation. It was very short. It was very short. And with these legislators, sometimes they get into office and they think that things are going to go one way and things go totally sideways. And, it's not their fault that they get caught up in all of this minutia, right? And the bureaucracy and all of these things. And somebody poisons them, some of them, not all of them, but poisons some of them and says, listen, the only way that you can have this bill pass is if you pass this abortion bill over here, or something to that effect. So the congressman goes in thinking that, hey, I'm gonna just say I love the Constitution, and I'm gonna, do whatever I can to make sure that America is safe, and they end up being who they hate, and that is a traitor to their country. Now, how is a traitor defined? I guess each of us have different definitions of what the word traitor is. I'm not going to give you a definition of traitor. All I'll say is they do take an oath of office to uphold and defend what? Their constituents? What do they swear to uphold and defend? The Constitution for the United States of America. And I said for the United States of America because that's what it is. Okay. A lot of people think that the United States of America is a democracy. And others think more correctly, okay, that it is a republic. But what if I told you that the United States of America is a confederation of sovereign republics? That's what the founding fathers meant. Okay. When Benjamin Franklin supposedly said a republic, ma'am, if you could keep it, right? The founding fathers created a confederation of sovereign republics. Now, the word state means nation. I said the word state means nation. So really, it's nations. Now that sounds foolish now, doesn't it? Now that we've been taught incorrectly, the right thing sounds foolish. And we can go on and on with that, can't we? There were certain things in our lives that we found out, wait a minute, I didn't know that it was like that, or I didn't know that 2 + 2 was actually 4. Right? I didn't know that 3 + 3. You see what I'm saying? We can do that with anything, but it's only because the truth and knowledge have been hidden from us. Folks, I told you it was going to be simple. This is how you get rid of traitors. The scorecard. Once you like this in front of people, once it lands in front of people, the smile, the nice hairdos, the nice rhetoric about, oh man, I love the Constitution. I have family. I believe in family. I believe that if you really believed in family, then you would help us to preserve the family, right? By voting constitutionally. You see, you and I really don't know what tyranny is. Not like the founding fathers knew what tyranny was. Not like the Christians who built this nation found out what tyranny was under G3, King KG3, King George III. They found out what real tyranny was, and they didn't want it. And so the reason why we have the Constitution for the United States was a result of men and women who said, I don't really want to live like this any longer. And so when we come across anybody, and that's why we're not calling him names, that's why we're not calling him outside of his name and making fun of him or anything like that. That's not what this is for. What this is for is to show you how to get rid of treasonous people, regardless of if they know about the Constitution or not. They're in that position, so they should know. And they should be voting 100% every time. See, if the buck doesn't stop with you and me, can I ask you, where is it going to stop? Now, let's go ahead and dig in to the scorecard here. He went 118th Congress, 2023 to 2024. Listen, I believed in him. I believed in him, okay? 44%. Now, when I was in school, I better not give my mom a 44% on a math uh, or English, any of the courses. I better not show up in my house talking about, hey, mom, I'm going outside to play. And I give my mom a 44%. She wasn't having that at all. Okay. And I'll leave that there. Let's see the next year. Now, we met with one of his assistants at the when he was in the 118th Congress time frame. Okay, we met with her, and very nice, very cordial, and we discussed the scorecard then. And he did make an improvement. Okay, let's just give him that. 12% improvement is not enough. If you got a 56% on your report card, is that good or failing? Is that good or failing? Well, CJ, you don't understand. They have to make deals and they have to wheel and deal with our freedoms. No, thank you. I understand negotiations, right? We understand deals, but not with freedom. There are some things that you cannot negotiate. Okay. And we don't have time for you to go from 56 to 80 and 90. We don't have time for that. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're just going to share this information with you. I'm sharing this with a lot of people, a lot of significant, I'm not going to mention the names, a lot of significant people. And some of them are going to be like me. They're going to be shocked. They're going to be shocked. And we have state legislator scorecards as well, as we are spreading this information abroad. Because remember, when the Gutenberg press, okay, when that was invented, it changed the world. Why? Because more and more people were privy to information. As people see these scorecards for every one of the congressmen, for every one of the senators, for every one of the state legislators, okay, they're going to see the rhetoric versus the record. And I am just relieved that now we know how to get rid of traitors that are posing as Americans. Folks, if you have any comments, go ahead. Go ahead. We appreciate all of the comments. We really do. And I want to be fair. I know he's trying his best. I know he's trying his best. All right. I mean, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, guys. I really do. I trust, when benefit, when people give me the benefit of the doubt, they say, hey, have a little bit of grace, and I understand that. But I mean, I spent gas money. I'm not, and we are not going to have our resources and our energy be wasted on tyrants. You don't have to frown to be a tyrant. Did you know that? Some tyrants, man, tyrants come in all shapes and sizes and all different personalities, right? I'm thinking of a tyrant right now. He's handsome, he's got the flair. He looks like Hollywood, you know what I mean? He could be in a Hollywood movie. But tyrants come in all forms. And how you can tell a tyrant is how they vote, at least when it comes to being a legislator. So we appreciate Congressman Juan Ciscomani. Okay. I don't want to get it twisted, guys. I'm not talking about him. When it comes to the scorecard, remember, we're a family now. We're Americans, right? Okay. We do need him to do much better. This is being shared with everyone. I have a YouTube following of over 1,000 subscribers. This is being shared on all the platforms. Guys, I'm getting this out. There's actually some more people on the East that are getting their scorecards out as well. We have a man who is just a maniac over here in I'm not even going to mention the city. He's very good over there in the western portion. You know what I'm talking about, of Arizona. He's going to be like a madman passing out the scorecards and just letting people know, especially when it's voting season, folks. Voting season. We've got to share with the people. Listen, this is who you're voting for. Okay. We were talking about Holodomor yesterday, just a little bit. And sometimes I just go back. I go back frequently in my mind. I said, well, God, could that have been prevented? You know, could atrocities like what took place over there in the Ukraine and other places, could that have been prevented? You know what I go back to every time? These scorecards. You can prevent a second Holodomor. You can prevent a second Holocaust. Folks, you can prevent certain things from happening. All right. And I'm going to close with this demonstration here. It's a short demonstration. Just give me a couple minutes of your time. Just a couple minutes. Okay. Do you see this? Okay. Look at this. Right. This is a receipt, UPS receipt. I'm going to do something. Now, do you see that? Now, you and I both know, since I did this live, that wasn't there before, was it? I made a change on that sheet of paper, on this receipt. I made a change. Say, CJ, so? I mean, what's your point with us telling you made a change? You can too. You can make a change as well, whether it's on a sheet of paper, okay? Whether it's for your children, whether it's for your church, whether it's for your business, whether it's for your ministry, whatever it is, you can make a change. And when it comes to legislators, please don't be ignorant in this. Folks, you can make a change. Just let them know we're not tolerating this anymore. The lesser of two evils, it still sucks. The lesser of two evils is still a bad choice, guys. There are people who believe in the Constitution. And over here in Arizona, they're scoring 100%. They're scoring 95s, right? Like Congressman Biggs, right? Like others. Eli Craig, man, he's amazing. Paul Gassar, he's amazing as well. And I could go on and on and on. We're blessed over here in the West, okay? We're blessed. We really are. We've got great, great patriots over here. Okay? And I'm sure on the East and the Midwest as well. But we want you to always keep this in mind, that they are not the kings. And they were never meant to be the kings. You are the kings. And the United States of America, it's not a democracy and it's not a republic. It's a confederation of sovereign republics. Let that sink down, right? That we are the real United Nations. You see, the enemy always wants to copy because he can't create. Matter of fact, one of the beginning sentences of the United Nations Charter, and I'm going to get off, is "We the peoples." You see how they copied it? They copied it, guys, right? So we are the real United Nations. Arizona is to be considered a nation. Texas is to be considered a nation. California is to be considered a nation because that's what the founding fathers meant. It's the Constitution for the United States. And folks, if you are wanting more information on that, please comment below. I will absolutely get in contact with you. We appreciate every one of you, and we can't be free without your participation. God bless you, and you have a great day.